taking it to the left.
Howdy and welcome back to the channel, everybody, where we go in search of wildlife photography. I'm Doug Wallace for the Wildlife Gallery. Have you ever seen so many snow geese in all your life? Well, where did I go? How did I encounter all of these geese? How did the Holy Grail wildlife lens hold up? That one right there behind me. Well, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. That's the subject of today's video. Loess Bluffs. Have you ever been there? It's located in northwest Missouri, about a 3-hour drive from where I live at. If you've never been there, I highly recommend it. Now, depending on the species that you're looking for, as far as waterfowl or eagles or something like that, if you didn't know, most wildlife refuges and Missouri conservation areas will put out a weekly or monthly report, but most of the time weekly report on the number of waterfowl and those specific species that are on the area. So if you're looking to go to Loess Bluffs or any other wildlife area, probably the best tip I could give you to help in your research of when to be there is to narrow down the species of waterfowl or eagle, sandhill cranes, whatever those might be, when they are predominantly on the area. And go back 3, 4, 5 years and just start compiling your data, and it'll give you an idea of when the majority of that species is on that particular wildlife area. So that's what I had done for Loess Bluffs. Now these couple of friends of mine, they've been there many times before in the years past, but they always went at it, you know, whatever's there is there when they got there. So when they started talking to me about it, they typically went in November, December, and it turns out that just coincides the best times for eagles. So my friends were there November 22nd, 2022, encountered over 200 eagles the day that they were there. And my research says that's about the best week for eagles as well, on in through about Christmas time. But anyways, we were wanting to go there to catch the spring migration for snow geese. I've done my research. Historically, the last week of February is the best time to catch that spring migration of all those snow geese headed back north. And that's what we encountered just last Thursday. There was 2.3 million snow geese on the reserve that day. Just absolutely, the videos and stuff that I'm sharing with you all here today absolutely do not do it justice. You have to be there in person. The noise of the sound of those snow geese talking to each other, with 2.3 million of them there, it's just deafening. So if you ever get the chance, I highly recommend Loess Bluffs, northwest Missouri, for snow geese the third week, or last full week of February. But again, do your own research. I'm just going to start showing you some video and pictures of our time at Loess Bluffs. I hope you all enjoy the videos. I can't seem to talk here this morning. I hope you all enjoy the videos and the photographs. I'm wanting to make this a pretty short video. I'd done one yesterday, and when I went to putting it together, it was like 30 minutes long. For me, that's just way too long. I like to keep these videos about 15 minutes and under. So I'm going to split this up in a couple of different segments here. The next one, I'm going to talk about the Holy Grail wildlife lens, how we got along on Loess Bluffs just this past Thursday. So when we were there, we left my home. It was 35 degrees, wind going about 20 miles an hour. We drive 3 hours north and west, and we get to Loess Bluffs. It's now 10 degrees, same wind, 20 mile an hour plus, and it was just is brutal. So our plan was to be out of the vehicle most of the time shooting, but turns out that we had to do it most of the time from the vehicle. Is just brutal. So one last tip on Loess Bluffs. You know, if you're driving there, you're probably just going to end up spending the day. The way the water and stuff sets up there, if you're doing your research ahead of time, if your winds are out of anything out of the north, you're going of a morning time, most of your shots on most of the area are going to be backlit, because if you're trying to get landing waterfowl shots, you're going to be, the birds are going to be landing away from you, is what I'm trying to say. So, but you can set up at those pools and still sometimes get a bird coming crossways before it turns and circles and comes back to land. And that's what I done on my pintail shot, the one I'm most proud of there. I wish it had a little more detail in the head of that duck, but anyways, you're going to get a sense from this pintail shot what I'm talking about. He's backlit and he's coming cross frame. And most of your shots are going to be that way of a morning time with winds out of the north. So if you're close and you can just get there about noon that day, you'll have the afternoon sun to your back, and then you'll be able to get ducks landing into you. Now, if you're gonna be there, you want to be there of a morning time. You're going to want the wind out of the south is going to be more perfect. But if you're like me and you're driving 3 hours, you're just going to have to end up spending all day on the reserve. And if you've got 2 million snow geese, there's going to be lots. It's going to be a target-rich environment that day for your camera and your lens. So the time will go by pretty fast. So I hope you enjoy all these images and video from Loess Bluffs this past Thursday, February 23rd, 2023. Thanks for watching, and as I always say, make sure you're safe out there. I'm positive somebody at home would like to see you again. It's to have fun, regardless of whatever camera gear you're shooting. In fact, we represented 3 brands the day we went there. I was shooting Canon, another friend was shooting Sony, and our other friend was shooting Nikon. And the Nikon whipped our butt that day. This guy is an unbelievable photographer. But anyways, I hope you enjoy all of this. Again, thanks for watching, and like, subscribe, and share if you would. Be safe out there, everybody. I'll catch you on the next video. I'm going to give you my first trip review on the Holy Grail lens. See you on the next one.